Hello there, I'm Josh, this is Alex. We are the target audience. Content is made for everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us, and hopefully for you as well. Before we jump in today, we do have a bit of an announcement. We've had a lot of people since we started our Patreon comment and tell us that they do want to support us and join on there, enjoy the benefits, but the $5 tier was just a little bit too much for them every month. So if that's you, or if you're already a patron, you can stay tuned, listen to this quick announcement. If you have no interest in ever joining the Patreon, that's totally cool. Time codes are down below, and you can just skip everything I'm about to say. But essentially, September 1st, the start of the new month, that's this Thursday, we're going to be opening a new lower tier, just $2 a month, and you're going to get the early access to the YouTube videos, get to take part in our polls, a lot of the fun stuff on Patreon, including exclusive movies and series reactions we're doing on there. And for the uncut reactions that come out for Star Trek and our YouTube videos, those are still going to be for the $5 tier. However, after their first month of their release on our Patreon, they will be unlocked for the $2 patrons. So that means City on the Edge of Forever, Amok Time, Operation Annihilate, all of those that are over a month old will be available September 1st on that lower tier, and as time goes on, you will get those reactions as well, just not brand new right when they come out like the $5 patrons that we have. We figured that's a fair compromise, so that'll be on the Patreon. Check that out September 1st. But today, we are jumping into episode 9 of season 2, Star Trek, the original series, Metamorphosis. A generic, but I think could be a pretty solid title, depending on whatever this episode is about. We watched, what was the last episode we watched? Oh yeah, it was I, Mud. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I'm kind of in a little depressive state right now, because I know Harry Mudd's gone, and I don't know if I'm ever going to see him again, you know. What a unique, complex character, interesting. He's just left on hell with his wife. Well, actually, like a million versions of his wife just nagging him all the time. So he might have lost his mind, but like with every episode, I keep an open mind. I didn't really see any comments about this one specifically, so I'm a blank slate, just ready to jump into my favorite world.
Yeah, me too. It's been a few days. It's, over the weekend since we watched the last episode, so I'm ready to watch another one and keep on rolling through season 2 here. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We watch every episode of Star Trek, the original series, for the first time in release order here. We're also currently watching Firefly for the first time here on the channel, and a bunch of other stuff also coming soon, so make sure to subscribe, become part of the target audience.
Oh, this little bastard again.
Is the Enterprise getting repaired?
I should have received the proper inoculations ahead of time.
Securo's disease is extremely rare.
I was sent to Epsilon Canaris 3 to prevent a war, Doctor. I've been forced to leave before my job was done. How soon will we rendezvous with that ship of yours, Captain?
In exactly 4 hours, 21 minutes, Commissioner.
Are they drinking coffee?
Coffee's forever, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will you check your automatic scanner, please?
It's odd. I've never seen anything like that before.
Nor have I.
Ooh.
Even when they're not in the Enterprise, I always gotta run into something.
Captain, what's happening? I demand to know.
You already know as much as we do.
I like these colors. Reminds me of the Willy Wonka boat sequence.
Then I insist you make your scheduled rendezvous with the Enterprise.
At the moment, we're helpless. You might as well sit back, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, we're in a space anomaly right now. It happens quite often with us, so just chill out. Oh, I started watching this movie called Belfast. It was in theaters, I think, early this year.
I've heard of that, I think.
It takes place in '69, and it takes place in, Ireland, and the kids were watching Star Trek.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, all of a sudden I hear space, the final frontier. I'm like, what? I haven't finished it, but so far it's pretty good.
Here we go. That's some good music.
Oh, they landed.
Enterprise, this is the Galileo. Come in, please. Come in.
Must have just found the nearest planet.
More than an asteroid, like a small planetoid, I should say, totally suitable for human life.
Well, that's convenient.
Very
at least.
convenient.
Yeah.
I would say quite impossible.
Nothing wrong. Nothing works.
Precisely.
Must be a reason.
Obviously.
Uh-oh. That's a unique shot right there.
Yeah.
Are you real? I mean, I'm not imagining you, am I?
We're real enough.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm Cochran. I've been marooned here who knows how long. Well, if you only knew how good it is to see you. A woman.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk, commanding the Starship Enterprise. My first officer, Mr. Spock.
You're a Vulcan, aren't you?
Correct.
Okay, so he's a little bit on the up and up. Thought he was going to be like, oh, I'm from 1969.
Yeah.
Been trying to get her to go again? Oh, forget it. It won't work.
What about you, Cochran? How did you get here?
Marooned, I told you. I have a small place over that way. All the comforts of home. I can even offer you a hot bath.
How perceptive if you'd have noticed that I needed one.
Finally, a storyline Bones can sink his teeth into. Something medical.
Must you keep it so terribly hot in here?
Well, the temperature is a constant 72 degrees.
That is very hot. What's the thing that brought him here?
It was the companion. I was almost dead. The companion saved my life.
You seem perfectly all right now. What was the matter?
It was an old man. Well, I don't know how it did it, but the companion rejuvenated me. Made me young again, like I am now.
Fountain of youth.
Yeah, that explains that.
Do you have a first name?
Zephram.
Zephram Cochran? The discoverer of the space warp?
But that's impossible. Zephram Cochran died 150 years ago.
Could this really happen? A man died 150 years ago, but here he stands.
What about him being rejuvenated by a mysterious companion? How do you explain that?
Or maybe it wasn't the love of a young... Yeah, okay. I can't wait till we see Jonathan Frakes. It's going to be so fun.
No, it's true. I was 87 years old when I came here.
What were you doing in space at the age of 87?
I was gonna die, and I wanted to die in space, that's all.
How do you feel?
Terrible.
All right. Try to relax.
Thanks, Doctor.
It started, the fever. It's over 100 and it's climbing.
How long do we have?
Matter of hours, that's all.
It's right in front of her.
You can communicate with it. Perhaps you can find out what we're doing here.
I already know.
You wouldn't mind telling us.
You won't like it.
I already don't like it.
You're here to keep me company. I told her I'd die of loneliness. I thought it would release me. Instead, it brought you here.
Oh, it's Shringe.
Yeah.
Learn anything you can. Find me a weapon to use against this thing.
Do you intend to destroy it?
I intend to do whatever is necessary to get us off this planet.
You guys are very bad at whispering.
Very well, you have your orders.
Yeah, he didn't hear any of that.
What's it like out there in the galaxy?
We're on 1,000 planets and spreading out. We cross fantastic distances, and everything's alive.
Oh, he's going to play it up so that he wants to leave.
There are millions of planets with intelligent life.
Don't tell him about the issues you run into every week.
It's all out there waiting for you. But we'll need your help to get
But
away.
is he allowed to leave?
It sounds like this thing doesn't let anybody leave. Oh, it's that thing again.
Oh, that cool thing. Can't just use it for one episode.
Oh, well, now it's broken.
Haven't these people ever learned don't touch don't touch things so you don't know what they are?
Kind of gave me vibes a little bit of Forbidden Planet. You know, the creature from that.
We're helpless. See if we can do something.
Oh, man. This is probably one of the best looking sets. Like, it's simple, but
Yeah.
it looks very nice.
Yeah, it looks real.
Bones, what do you make of that?
That's what he does when he's bored.
Sort of joining.
Exactly what I think. More like love.
You guys made a lot of assumptions off that simple little...
The companion can't do anything to help Miss Hedford.
Then she'll die.
Did you ask him anything else? Can we get out of here? Can we fix the ship?
Very close in a way that's hard to explain. I suppose I even have a sort of affection for it.
It's also keeping you prisoner.
Stockholm Syndrome.
I'll do anything I have to save all of our lives.
Come on, buddy. You got a chance of life again. Or what if as soon as he leaves the planet, he just, ages like 150 years in a second and he just turns to dust?
No.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's pissed. Ah!
You're killing them!
They can't even fight it.
This is another one of those things where they learned a cool camera trick and made it an entire episode about it.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a little pull too.
Responsibility of 4 lives down here. One of them dying because of me.
Isn't your fault.
I'm in command, Bones. It makes it my fault.
Maybe you're a soldier so often that you forget you're also trained to be a diplomat.
I like how like Bones is in the place of Spock this episode.
Ship's log, stardate 3219.8. Lieutenant Commander Scott.
Woo! Oh! I was wondering if we're gonna see the Enterprise at all.
I did not think so. I was like, oh, cheap episode cast-wise, but nope.
The shuttlecraft was on schedule until it was shy 5 hours of rendezvous. Then something happened.
If there are no further traces, how are we gonna follow them?
We stay on this course. See what comes up.
It's a big galaxy, Mr. Scott.
That was nice.
Yeah, Scotty's such a badass, dude.
He's the best.
Companion, it is wrong to keep us here against our will.
The man needs the company of his own kind, or he will cease to exist.
This is a marvelous opportunity to add to our knowledge. Ask it about its nature, its
Ron,
history.
This isn't a classroom. I'm trying to get us out of here.
Come again, it could tell us so much.
This isn't the time.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, it's a great character moment.
We will cease to exist. Even the man will cease to exist.
This communication is useless.
She's like, I'm out of here.
This reminds me of last episode with the robots.
Yeah, a little bit similar.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for Spock, though. It's like every time they come across something, he's like, oh, this would be great for our knowledge, but it's never the time. They're too deep into their issue in the episode.
There's no doubt about it. The companion is female.
I don't understand. You're a lover. I'm a what?
What?
Companion loves you.
You know what you're saying? For all these years, I've let something as alien as that crawl around inside me.
What are you complaining about? It kept you alive, didn't it?
That thing fed on me, used me. It's disgusting.
There's nothing disgusting about it.
It may indeed have been quite beneficial.
Is this what the future holds?
What the hell happened? They just flipped the whole script here.
Well, maybe I'm 150 years out of style, but I'm not going to be fodder for any inhuman monster.
I just find it hard to believe, like, you never thought about that in the 150 years. Like, maybe this thing likes me.
Like, what did you think?
Doctor,
Meanwhile, she's just dying.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to die. I've never been loved. What kind of life is that? And he runs away from love.
She's very good at crying. But that was a good scene. I'm not
Yeah.
discrediting that.
Deep stuff.
Like, does he find the idea of, like, an alien form liking him just, like, so disgusting where he's like, no, no.
Yeah, it seems like he's
'Cause he-
almost likening it to, like, bestiality or something almost.
Yeah.
You love the man. Is he important to you? More important than anything? Is he as though he were a part of you?
He is part of me.
But you can't really love him. You haven't the slightest knowledge of love. You can't love.
If I were human, there can be love.
Is she gonna turn herself into a human?
What did you hope to gain by that, Jim?
I thought maybe if she loved him, she'd let him go.
Zephram Cochrane.
Oh, it possessed her and made her better. Oh, boy.
We are here.
We.
Both of us.
Is Commissioner okay with this?
I mean, she was dying, so maybe she accepted it.
That part of us was too weak to hold on. In a moment, there would have been no continuing. Now we're together.
She was literally about to die, huh?
Remember, he talked about how attractive she was earlier when he first met her.
Your vehicle will operate as before. So will the communications device.
You're letting us go?
We could do nothing now to stop you.
You're very beautiful.
All right, he's coming around.
Captain, this is Scotty. Are you all right?
Perfectly all right. Can you get a fix on us?
The helm is computing your position now, Captain.
Interesting story, Scotty. I can't tell you now because, quite frankly, I don't know how it's going to end.
There's 1,000 planets out there. 1,000 races.
What? They purposely give her that dress because that's how it looks from the companion.
Life emanates from this place. If I should leave it for more than a tiny march of days, I'll cease to exist.
You mean you gave up everything to be human?
Is he going with them?
If I leave her, she'll die of loneliness.
Think it over, Mr. Cochran. There's a whole galaxy out there waiting to honor you.
I have honors enough.
All the best.
Don't tell them about me.
Not a word, Mr. Cochran.
What about that war on Epsilon Canaris 3?
Well, I'm sure the Federation can find another woman somewhere who'll stop that war.
I just lightly brushed over that early platform.
I loved that episode. I thought that was awesome. Pacing has been something we've talked about a lot recently, and a lot of the comments have responded to us talking about pacing, and I think this is a great example of an episode where it's not action heavy, very dialogue driven, very character driven, barely really even any plot necessarily, but the pacing I thought was great. I was never bored. It was inching us and giving us a little bit of explanation every scene, but I didn't feel like, all right, just tell me what's going on, let's get to it. Like, I was actually enjoying that process of figuring out what was going on, and I thought the pacing was excellent. One of my favorite parts. The relationship in the episode was good, probably not the strongest part, but when you think about the practicality of this creature taking over the woman when she's about to die, it's a little bit weird to think about, but putting that aside and just focusing on the themes of the episode, I really loved it, and a lot of the more deep, stuff they talked about in the episode I really enjoyed. And then Scotty getting to be on the Enterprise, have his own moment, or her getting a lot of lines. Man, I would love to see, just like a full episode of that. That's always great. So overall, really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I love when they give the B team some moments to shine, a little character development while the A team does their thing. Nice little A and B plot stuff going on here. Yeah, man, the idea of humanity will die unless it overcomes obstacles and grows. I loved that whole idea, and how it's almost Kirk versus robot in a way, but Kirk versus just a different type of creature. But yeah, the whole woman dying and then possessing her body, basically, it kind of reminded me of the end of Child's Play 5, where two kids are born and it's a boy and a girl. He's got to choose which one to possess, and I'm it always bothered me well, that baby gets robbed of a life, whichever one they choose. That always irked me, so it kind of reminded me of that. Usually it's always but it's whatever. But usually Spock is usually on Kirk's shoulder, talking him through, motivating him, or debating with them throughout the episode. But I thought that this is such a love-themed and human emotion-driven episode that I like how they put Bones in that position for this one. I'm that makes sense, because it's all about human connection and how this thing can't connect with people, and it's it's got to change and makes a sacrifice and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I liked it. Not my favorite. The whole flip the script once they figured out, oh, it's a woman, and he's what? No, it's that whole thing was weird, because all of a sudden our team was all for it, and then he wasn't. That switch happened a little fast in my opinion, but yeah, it was a fine episode.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed the score. The music was really good in the episode, and the set we talked about during the episode. It was a simple set, but it was beautiful. The colors were great. It looked realistic. A lot of little details in there, and overall, I felt just the little details in the episode were great everywhere. You just when she gets possessed, having just that little bit of echo in her voice to tell that it's not just her speaking. Just the little details like that, I really liked. I think I definitely enjoyed this episode. It seems a bit more than you, but that's fine. I would definitely see this, in my top 10 overall thus far. So I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely one I would watch again for sure.
Damn, big words. But Kirk's monologue, I have to give credit. That was one of his best monologues. The emotional stakes of this episode were extremely high, and I felt it. Sometimes things don't land, but it really landed with this one, where I couldn't look away, and I felt everything they were saying. Solid. Not my favorite, but solid.
All right, well, next episode is number 10. We're in the double digits already for season 2, and we're going to just keep chugging along here. Comment down below. Let us know what you agree, disagree with what we said about the episode, anything that we didn't touch on or talk about. Let us know what you think of it, and if it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe, become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content's made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for you as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.